Oh man.
Hey, it's the first one. The one before they invented powers.
I've played this one.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember where, and I actually can't, but I know I played like this on an actual like hardware before. Might have been GBA, but still.
Oh fuck, butterflies.
So this was weird because I played it after the fact. So going back to this and being like, oh, there aren't powers. It's just
Yep.
it's just Kirby.
Just they made a one specifically geared towards beginner players, and this is kind of what they came up with.
Yeah.
It's pretty all right.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah.
It's always weird to me how, like, remembering how old the GB, or the, I keep saying, I want to say GBA, the actual original Game Boy was. It's like, to think that, like, they actually had one of their more popular series, like, starting out on this console.
Yeah, it was basically since, like, the NES days, early on, and then...
You would think, like, because it had an NES game, so you'd think that would be the first one, but no, this one...
Yeah. It's very fitting of a Game Boy game, and...
Yeah.
Of course, the awkward part, in a lot of these early Kirby games is to fly. You can't press jump in the air, you have to specifically press up in the air.
Oh.
And that actually lasted for a while.
Huh.
And of course, you don't have slides or anything like that.
Right, yeah. Also, I know that Infinite Flight actually didn't stick around, but...
It actually does in, like, almost every game. Except for Kirby 64, I think, is the only one that doesn't.
Alright, okay. You're right.
This boss music, which doesn't get referenced a lot, but...
Oh, yeah, I don't... This fight does, though.
Wispy Woods will be here forever. Until the end of time.
I forget where I had this discussion where we brought up, it's just like, yeah, why does Kirby just, like, clone himself? Like... Kirby's got a lot of unanswered questions, I think.
Yeah, so there are powers, but there are, like, these power-up items that never appeared again. Although with that one obviously got reworked into the mic power.
Yeah.
And this here is Castle Lololo, aka the level that isn't in Spring Breeze for some reason.
Oh, yeah. This is also... Or at the very least, that name is a reference to another one of their games.
Yeah, the boss from this game is just the hero from another one of their games, and those blocks are the blocks they push around because it's like a puzzle game.
Yeah, I played that one. Had a friend who like sent
me down. It's a
really
good one, yeah.
Yeah, he sent me down. He's like, "Hey, dude, play this. This is really cool." And I was like, "Damn, it's like pretty hard, but also really fun."
Yeah. It's a pretty classic early game, although they are just Lolo and Lala, and here they're Lolo Lolo and La La La.
Yeah.
With 3, yeah. And Lala is just a kidnapped princess, so...
It's kind of weird that they're just now enemies.
Yeah.
They just don't like Kirby.
Fuck Kirby.
I was trying to figure out, like, what the health up is there. It's like a drink?
Yeah, it's the energy drink. That one pops up a lot throughout the series. It's sort of the... They don't have food in this one, but, like, even when they get food, that is, like, a higher tier health.
Oh,
that
yeah.
heals more than food, but it's not like a max tomato.
I don't know if it's fair to say it's a very Nintendo thing to, like, always reference a lot of stuff from your older games. But Nintendo does love that.
Yeah. It's kind of early to be doing that than most other, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like a lot of the elements from this game will come back in. Like, I mean, this entire game
Oh,
almost is returns another
Yeah.
Kirby game that people may or may not have played.
Yeah, you just have bombs you can inhale.
It's weird seeing the Waddle Doo being like,
Yeah.
you can't get that power up. It's just he's just a jerk.
He's just an enemy.
Because like a lot of the power up enemies are designed to not really be like terribly threatening. They're just there to be power ups, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, most enemies aren't basic enemies aren't too threatening unless you position them right, which is
Yeah.
like a lot of games, like Mario games. You definitely like, just a random Goomba or a Koopa is no problem, but
Oh yeah, yeah. The Kobus. Those guys.
Kaboo, yeah.
Sometimes I forget that I'm a Kirby fan. It's kind of weird. Like,
These games are amazing.
yeah, yeah. They're a pretty big part of my childhood.
I wanted to get into this both to relive this and also just to show off the later games because they're actually really good.
There's a lot I missed out on there, so I'm kind of interested in that. I hear there's some legendary rumor about my name having some reference to Kirby in it, but I can't confirm this.
Cannot confirm or deny.
Oh, is that the...
That's super spicy curry, yes.
Excellent.
Shatzo's kind of an annoying person, though.
Yeah.
It's not automatic, but yeah, now you can just shoot fireballs.
Oh, that's where this music's from, okay.
Yeah, it's the power-up music for this game.
It's like minigame music.
And you can notice that, like, you hit the water and it instantly kills it, which is kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
Even it made the like, damage sound. But yeah, this game was designed as a more beginner-friendly game, which, like, is kind of needed in the NES days because, like, Nintendo's was a lot better than everyone else. Everyone else was just making super hard games.
Yeah.
Like, really obnoxiously hard.
I like how your transitions to a transition.
Yeah. It's just there because, yeah, you can sit in a whale. And yeah, that's this thing. This is this area boss.
Huh. This actually looks kind of tough.
A little, yeah. And of course, famously, Kirby was originally a placeholder sprite, and then they're just like, this guy looks kind of cool.
That's different. Also, Kirby is angry. Oh, the Scarfies.
Yep.
I remember a lot of these enemy names, jeez. Yeah, you don't want to inhale them because they'll get upset. And then they'll explode.
I'm a bomb!
That explosion effect's pretty cool, and it stuck around for a while. It's funny seeing all these things that would become power-ups and they're used almost exactly the same way later. It's just now you can inhale them to get power-ups.
Yeah. I did like the Shatso actually on a umbrella there, firing down. I don't think they ever pull that again.
No.
But it's just kind of an interesting thing. It's a very Mario Maker thing.
Yeah, it is. Jeez. Do people ever really talk about the color scheme of the Game Boy? It's I don't know. I mean, it's not black and white, so I guess it's interesting, but
I'm not sure why that happened that way. There's probably a reason.
yeah. It's no Virtual Boy.
Invisible hidden area.
What does this power up here?
It's the same power up we used in the boss fight. You fly and it's like super flight. Also, yeah, wow, shoots a bunch of cannonballs at you.
Jeez. Good old Krakow. I'm just gonna name drop every enemy name that I can remember.
Yeah. I mean, most of these bosses are very recurring, and like
Yeah.
later on, you'll see boss health bars with their name on it.
Right.
They already have boss health bars in this game, even so.
Yeah. Kirby's also one of those series where they always have like the roll call for the enemies at the end. At least for some of the games.
Lots of power-ups.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they're these raining stars, which I think they can actually hit you. Yeah, he's always had that, like, first form and the second form.
I think the first one's Krakow Jr.
Sometimes, yeah.
This is back when you, because you didn't have power-ups, you actually had to fight him this way, whereas
Yeah.
in any other Kirby game, it's kind of an option. Like,
Yeah.
if you're kind of screwed over. It
always did a lot more damage per shot.
Yeah.
But obviously, you could only shoot every so often.
I can't believe you stole that from Brian.
Just flies away from the text. Yeah, so DDD stole the food, so we're gonna get it back. He also stole the sparkling stars, which are those things the Dreamlanders get to get the food, and it's like those are the things you touch at the end of each stage. And yeah, King DDD's is way different in this one.
Wow, yeah.
It's sort of a little weird boss rush thing. And you have to touch your clone in order to open the door to the boss rush.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Reminds me, in Dreamland 3, they actually have someone who looks a lot like Kirby who's just in, like, inaccessible places. And they're actually, like, name-dropped at the end of the game. It's like... So that might be what that is? I don't know.
Here's music you never knew this came up this early.
You're right, yeah. Oh wow, the mummy enemies from here too. Jeez. Is it Broom Hatter?
No, those are the guys with a broom and a hat.
Oh yeah, I just like that. I just saw them.
Oh, I didn't see them. Yeah, yeah, you can kind of get caught there.
Yeah. I forget who I was talking to. I remember having a discussion where, like, I think that was you. We talked about like how platforms don't usually have like down to go through platforms.
Oh yeah, and that's all over the Kirby series.
Yeah, that might be why I thought that was a thing, or more of a thing, because I just played a lot of Kirby. And Smash Brothers, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of mean. Kind of looks like a death pit.
Yeah.
I mean, there isn't much else to explore, but still.
Just a
I
Kirby.
don't even know.
Just a Kirby just doofing around. It's not like you have to find it either. It's just on the other side of the Gordo. So. I don't know if this thing's ever referenced again, which I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but.
Yeah, it does eventually get referenced again. And of course, this room is sort of the layout for one of the Smash Brothers stages. There's the Dreamland Game Boy stage, which is a bunch of different layouts from this, and
right.
that one's kind of memorable because it kind of is sort of like a mini Mario Brothers stage,
Oh.
where you were just tacking every time you get thrown.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you don't get boss music, you just... Good old bubbly clouds.
Yeah, I guess it's just for this boss rush that they do it.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned Waddle Dees yet, those are also an enemy.
They are the basic enemy.
Yeah, they're your Goombas.
And of course, here's the impact stars, which like you use to spit out, which is just a brilliant idea. I didn't realize it's only DDD that uses them in this game, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
He has a giant health bar.
Yeah, he does. His hitbox doesn't seem too big, so...
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Oh, you can actually get the double star in this game. Where you inhale 2 stars and it goes through them, I guess.
This is already like a lot of his moves than Smash Brothers.
Or in his series in general. This is the basic template we would see a lot of times.
Yeah,
He would definitely get more going on, but... The fucking trip.
Yeah. I do like in later games he just becomes like a really early boss, but he just does all of this anyway. That sound. Oh, the Kirby dance and no Kirby dance music.
It's a minor Kirby dance.
So I guess, yeah, this has the same ending.
Yep.
I now own this castle.
Wow, these credits are kind of slow.
Yeah. Sunday
Programmer,
Rain.
Sunday Rain. Mammy Preco.
I like Sakurai's name was just Masa Sakurai.
Yeah. And again, could that fit?
Probably not.
Almost.
Booby.
Hey, Bubby.
I say, are there that many credits in the game?
So many players.
So many players.
So yeah, it's humble beginnings, but it's still good for what it is.
Yeah.
Especially this early on.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's raining food. Pick it up off the ground.
And Then there's an extra game, which is actually pretty hard. Like, all the bosses get a whole bunch of new patterns
Huh.
and some really nasty ones. And a lot of the enemies are just faster. Like, pretty much every enemy is like really fast.
Huh.
But yeah, that's the first Kirby game.
Well, damn.